guys, SPD64 here, and this is a really dangerous video to make, but I'm gonna make it. So I've made one or two videos regarding my thoughts on certain Sonic couples like Sonamy or Knuckles and Rouge, Shadow and Rouge, that kind of thing, and it's kind of a known fact that I've never been the biggest fan of Sonamy, much to the displeasure of some people. And I guess I'm making this video because I've kind of been sitting here analysing the ship, looking at fan comics, looking at comic dubs, looking at the media itself, like official Sonic media where there's kind of quote-unquote Sonamy moments, and I've come to the realization that I might have changed my perspective on Sonamy a little bit. Let me explain further what I mean about this before anyone gets too excited though. Now, I want to start by clarifying that just because I've disliked Sonamy and preferred Sonic and Sally has never meant that I've hated Amy as a character. And this is the kind of mindset that I've seen, not just regarding my opinions on ships, but opinions on ships overall. So say like, you know, oh, I prefer Sonic with Sally, that must mean I hate Amy. No, that's never been the case. As far as I remember anyway, I've never hated Amy. The only time I've ever really disliked Amy and her portrayal has been in Sonic Boom, because I think just Sonic Boom Amy was way too naggy. She was just kind of really unlikable in my opinion. I'm not going to get into that because I know some people like Boom Amy and that's completely fine. I just personally think that she was really not that likable in comparison to modern Amy. I really love modern Amy. I think she's a vital part of the cast, and it's not just because she's the girl. But yeah, I just wanted to state that just because I prefer Sonic and Sally over Sonamy doesn't mean that I hate Amy, because I've seen some people accuse me of disliking Amy when that's not it at all. I mean, yeah, character-wise I prefer Sally over Amy, but even so. I guess mentioning Sally, I should also bring up the topic of do I feel that Amy has been given Sally's personality traits, because that has been it's been a sort of argument within the community, like, oh, Amy has kind of adopted Sally's traits, and what are my opinions on it? I'm gonna say yes and no. And I say that because yes, Amy's definitely set lines that are very similar to Sally, and she's definitely taken on a more of a leadership role, especially in the IDW comics during the Zomba arc. I do feel like she's still Amy. I feel like that yes, she's got traits of Sally, but she still retains her Amy-ness. That's a word, I'm keeping that in. So yeah, okay, Amy has adopted some of Sally's personality traits, and that does kind of suck because obviously Sally is now no longer really a thing, but I'm also not too salty about it. I think originally I was kind of salty about it, but now I'm not as much. Anyway, that's not even the topic of this video, my goodness. Now, the reason I disliked Sonamy initially was because it was so easy to sort of compare it to the Mickey and Minnie type romance, where it's kind of a somewhat bare bones relationship, and the reason they're together is, oh, boy mouse with girl mouse, and they literally, their designs look the same and all that stuff. That's basically why I wasn't the biggest fan of Sonamy, because I was like, oh great, yeah, okay, have the boy hedgehog with the girl hedgehog and they're pink and blue, okay. Like, it just felt, I worried that it came off as really forced and really kind of unnecessary. Whereas I'm the type of person who really likes depth in a ship, and I think that's why I've always loved Sonic and Sally, because they contrast each other really nicely. And I think it all boils down to, in a way, ship dynamics. And that goes for any ship from any community or series. I think it all boils down to what your personal favourite ship dynamics are. So like, do you like the type where it's the more serious one and hard-working character partnered up with the jokester type character? Whereas I love that kind of ship. So that's why I really love Sonic and Sally. Or do you like the more wholesome sort of relationship where it's a sort of one-sided crush or friends to lovers sort of thing, which is why I feel like some people would like Sonamy. So I think a lot of that is down to preference, and again, this is a mindset I think people need to kind of get into, is that if anyone says they dislike a ship, a lot of the time it's down to personal ship dynamics. Another reason why I was never a big fan of Sonamy as well is because there is so much more to Amy than the love interest, and I want that to be showcased more, because I just feel she deserves more. I feel like she I was worried that she was gonna just be known as the girl hedgehog who was dating the hero. She is the love interest. That is literally her whole character trait. Whereas there's a lot more to Amy. She's really kind. She looks out for her friends. She can be a great leader when she wants to be. You know, I like the concept of, she has a crush on Sonic, yes, because he's attractive to her, and yes, because she just is interested in him in that way. But I also like the concept that she has a crush on him because he inspires her to be a hero. I really like that. Like, I want her to be more than just Sonic's love interest, the pink girl hedgehog partnered up with the main blue boy hedgehog. You know what I mean? That was another reason why I kind of disliked Sonamy. It's just, there's more to Amy. There's a lot more to Amy's character, and I've always worried that Sonamy, if it became canon, I don't know. I always worried that from an outside perspective, people would be like, oh, she's just love interest. Or that Sega would start writing her as the love interest and kind of not really utilize her as much as they could do because she is just the love interest. She is just Sonic's girlfriend. So I suppose the burning question that you all have and the point that you want me to get to is, have I changed my opinion on Sonamy? Somewhat. Whilst I don't really mind them now, I definitely don't dislike them now. I can 100% confirm that I don't dislike them anymore. I don't mind them. And I think that if they're written as well as they are in some fan comics, it could be really cute. I've seen a lot, and I think honestly it is down to fan-made stuff. There's a lot of fan-made stuff out there where Sonic and Amy are... I nearly said Sonic and Sally. Wow, that would have been really awkward. Where Sonic and Amy are like married and they show their married life. There's animatics I've seen where it's them interacting and kind of, you know, they're dancing, or they're, you know, Sonic's kind of realizing, oh, I like Amy too. I don't know. And then there's obviously IDW moments where I really like their dynamic there. And yes, again, whilst it kind of feels like, that was kind of how Sonic and Sally used to interact. They managed to make Amy still feel like Amy, even if they kind of changed her a bit, which in a way, again, that's good. I like that she's now not the crazy girl that is chasing him around and being really kind of literally clinging onto his arm. Granted, I do think that's still kind of cute that she has moments like that. It's more so I like the fact that it's toned down. It's not that she's clinging onto his arm 24/7 anymore. She probably has like very occasional moments of that now, and that's fine. I think having moments of that is fine. Just don't make that her whole personality trait. Again, don't make her whole personality trait be the female love interest sort of thing. Let Amy be her own character too, and if Sonic and Amy do become canon, because a lot of people are, you know, theorizing it with Sonic Frontiers that there may be something in there with Sonic and Amy, then I want them to still feel like Sonic and Amy. I don't want their relationship to define them. Especially with Amy, because with Sonic, at least he is the protagonist of the series. I don't know. I don't know why I worry about that, because I shouldn't. It's just, I don't know. There's a feeling I got. But yeah, no, I don't mind Sonamy. I think it can be cute. I still prefer Sonic and Sally, and I think I always will. But again, that's just down to my own personal tastes with ship dynamics. I like the dynamic where it's the character that is kind of the busybody, kind of like, come on, we're gonna be serious now, and then the one who's kind of always flirting or being a jokester and all that. I love that stuff, you know, I really like that. And it works out as well that they were childhood friends. I don't know, I will always prefer Sonic and Sally over Sonic and Amy. I can confirm that hasn't changed. But I don't dislike Sonic and Amy together. I think it can be cute if done correctly. But granted, Sonic as a character doesn't really need romance. I think we can all agree with that. He doesn't seem like the character that would really need a romance, and what has always been nice about him, especially during the time that he was made, was that he was a video game character that didn't have, you know, a sort of a canon female love interest. But should Sega decide to make Sonamy canon, especially in Frontiers or anything else, I feel like it should be built up a little bit more than just Amy crushing on him. I definitely think there needs to be kind of like a little bit more build up, even if it's just like a game where there's like a moment at the end and then the game after that they become canon. I don't know, it shouldn't happen straight away. It shouldn't happen just kind of out of the blue, especially on Sonic's end, because that it will feel forced. Yeah, I honestly, like, I know there was kind of no reason to make this video, it's just something that's been on my mind. I need to make more content. I think it's an interesting discussion point. Like, what do you guys think of the ship? What do you think of Sonamy? Like, do you like them together? Do you prefer the one-sided crush sort of thing? Do you prefer it to kind of just stay the way it is and not change? Let me know what you think, even though I'm not being funny. We all know what the true canon ship is. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.